Hello everyone, my name is Sage and welcome to this video everybody. In this video, I'm going to be going over 5 of the best mythical weapons that you can use for 3-cat spam in Pixel Gun 3D. Now the reason I'm going to be going over this is because obviously there's a lot of good weapons from all different sorts of categories. So, obviously you have mythical, you have epic, rare, legendary, all that stuff. So obviously there are going to be some weapons that are more useful than some of these mythical ones, but in this video I'm going to be going over the best mythical specific weapons that you can use for 3-cat spam in Pixel Gun 3D. I will be going over one from every category except the melee one, because obviously it doesn't really matter what melee you use, but I did want to be very diverse with the video, so I will be going over one from each category in this video, so hopefully that does help you guys. Anyways, just a few things before we get into this video. I do have a new member feature on my channel, so if you guys want to become a member, it's $1.99 a month, and it comes with a whole bunch of really cool perks, like, emojis, emojis, custom streams, custom posts, early footage from my videos, a whole bunch of really cool perks that you guys should definitely check out, so it's definitely worth it. Click the little join button on my channel whenever you go onto it. Like on the home page, there's a blue join button. That's how you become a member. So I just wanted to tell you guys about that. Also, my channel is ZSage. The link to his channel in the description. I post random videos on there all the time, just like, it's a secondary channel. So go check that channel out. Anyways, I don't want to keep you guys here any longer. So let's go ahead, guys, and get right into this video. I hope you guys do enjoy it. Okay guys, so the first weapon that we're going to be talking about in this video is called the Ultimatum. Now I'm sure that's not a shock to anyone, so let's go ahead and look at how it functions in game. So it is a one-shot to the head, a one-shot to the body. It is kind of a weapon that does have a much longer distance than most shotguns in the game. Of course, there are some that have even a longer distance, such as the Masterpiece Musket, which has double the length that this one does. However, guys, this is an extremely powerful sniper compared to most in the game. At a very long distance, such as this one you can see here, it does 2-shot, and occasionally you do have a chance to actually one-shot people from that distance, which you will see here in a second, guys. You'll see that, boom, right there, one shot at a really big distance for a shotgun. So let's go ahead and look at the statistics of the weapon here. It has a fire rate of 42, a capacity of 1, and a mobility of 50. It is a shotgun. It does have wall break, so you can shoot through a wall, which is kind of interesting for a shotgun. Like I've talked about this a little bit before. Not many shotguns have that quality where you're able to shoot through walls with them. So a little bit of information about this weapon, guys. It doesn't have any it doesn't have any animations whenever you combine it with a weapon that doesn't give one. So like, for example, if you were to use the anti-champion and switch over to the this weapon here, you would actually get an animation. But for a lot of weapons that are middleman weapons, you can use like a weapon that does not give or take animation, combine it with this weapon, and you can make for a really powerful combo, guys. It's really hard to get. The Ultimatum is really hard to get, but it's definitely worth it for 3-cat spam. Alrighty guys, the next weapon I'm going to be talking about is called the Laser Cycle. So this is one of the backup weapons that I just recently got. I decided to spend 1,000 coupons on it, so let's go ahead and look at it in game real quick, and I could talk more about that after. So this weapon, guys, is really useful for 3-cat spam, as it does not give an animation to any weapon that you go to. For example, you can use for example the anti-champion here. You can use the Laser Cycler over to the anti-champion, and then of course you can have just any weapon in your special. But as you guys can see, normally the anti-champion would have an animation after any backup you use, but with the Laser Cycler it does not, and that's something that's really interesting. So some more information about the Laser Cycler, guys. It is a ricochet weapon that does have a slowdown effect. I'll talk about that more in just a second, guys, but it's extremely powerful as well. It is a 2-shot to the head and a 3-shot to the body, so very standard for a lot of backup weapons. That's kind of how it functions. So let's look at these statistics that are here, guys. It has a fire rate of 87, a capacity of 12, and a mobility of 50. So like I was saying, guys, it is a ricochet weapon, meaning that it can bounce off walls, floors, etc. And it does have the slowdown effect as well. So anyone who gets hit by this weapon will actually be slowed down in the game. They won't be able to move that well, they won't be able to jump that well, and that's something that's really useful for a weapon such as this. Obviously, whenever you're using a weapon that slows people down, it's always not gonna, hit them with a one-shot and kill them instantly. So if you're able to slow them down, what you can do is just combine it with another really powerful weapon and finish them off, because they're not really gonna be able to escape easily. This weapon is hard to get, but it's worth it. The special category weapons I'll be talking about are the Poison Darts and the Ice King. Now note that both of these weapons are not mythical unless you fully upgrade to them. When these weapons are both fully upgraded to max and they're at the actual mythical tier, they're the most overpowered weapons in the entire game, even better than most of the backup, sniper, and heavy category weapons. These are all extremely powerful weapons when they're upgraded to mythical. Obviously there's not too many good mythical weapons that are actually in the special category that work well for 3-cat spam, so I just went ahead and I chose these two because, you know, when they are upgraded to mythical, they're just absolutely insane. But like I was saying, guys, they both function in a very similar manner. They both are middleman weapons, which means that you can use two different weapons that have animations, such as the exterminator and the anti-champion, as you guys can see there. You can use it in between and it won't have any sort of animation, which is very, very useful because a lot of people do like to combine weapons that have animations. So let's go ahead and look at the statistics of both of these weapons here, guys. The Necklace of the Ice King has a fire rate of 21, a capacity of 1, and a mobility of 55. It is an area damage weapon. That's something to note. The Poison Darts are 70 fire rate, capacity of 1, and a mobility of 85. So you are able to move very, very fast with these. It's very similar to most of your melee weapons that have the 85 mobility as well. But these guys, they both function the same. Be talking about, guys, is called the Splinter. Now this is a weapon that I had a really hard time putting on this list, as there are a lot of weapons that are way more powerful than this one. This weapon, guys, doesn't really rely so much on the damage as much as it does as the function for 3-cat spam, and I said, well, since I'm making this video on best weapons for 3-cat spam in the mythical category, it should probably be good for 3-cat spam, and you know, that's something that I really had to think about. So I didn't want to just completely focus on damage, so I went ahead and I looked in game, and obviously the Splinter functions as the Comet. If you guys remember how the Comet was before it got patched, it didn't have any animations at all. That's how this is now. It doesn't have any animations at all, and you can use it as a middleman weapon. If you want to use a more powerful special weapon, you can use that. Let's go ahead and look at the statistics of the weapon here, guys. It has a fire rate of 90, a capacity of 12, and a mobility of 55. It has really good stats. Obviously, it says efficiency 423, but I recently learned that that's actually not its damage. So the damage, guys, as you guys may have seen from the clip, it is a 2-shot to the head and a 3 or 4-shot to the body. And obviously that's not too good for like a mythical weapon, but the fact that it works so well for 3-cat spam just makes me think otherwise. It doesn't have any delays whatsoever, so it's extremely useful whenever you're trying to use really powerful weapons such as the exterminator or the anti-champion sniper. If you wanted to combine those two, obviously you can't because you're using this for sniper, but you know, with a middleman weapon like this, it works. So last but certainly not least, guys, I will be talking about the destruction system. So let's go ahead and look at how it functions in game. So it is a 2-shot to the body as well as a 2-shot to the head, since it is an area damage weapon. It doesn't have any differences for head and body shot damage. Now, one thing that's extremely good to know about this weapon, it doesn't have or give any animations at all, which is actually really crazy for a weapon like this. Since it's so powerful, you'd think that it would, but something that's really crazy about it is the fact that its blast radius is so big. As my friend will mention here in just a second, the weapon, guys, has a huge, absolutely huge blast radius. You are able to shoot people from so far away with this weapon, and like I'm showing you guys here, it doesn't have or give any animations. But look how far away you can shoot from the person and still damage them. The blast radius of this weapon is absolutely huge. It's like, if for people who don't really want to like practice being really good with aim, you can literally just use this, guys. It's absolutely insane. Although I criticize it all the time, it's so good whenever you're wanting to grind or whatever, as it doesn't give animations. You can't rocket jump with spam with it, so that's kind of a plus, unless for you want to rocket jump, obviously. If you're a rocket jumper, then you're probably not going to want to use this, but if you don't rocket jump, then this weapon is so good because it doesn't have animations, it's extremely high damaging, and it has a huge blast radius, guys, and that's something that you don't see with many of these area damage weapons because they just become super overpowered. Okay guys, that is going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys did find it useful or interesting. If you did, make sure to click that like button, boys, and also turn on those notifications after you subscribe to my channel, because I do post videos very often. I will be getting back to a normal upload schedule in a few days. Thank you guys all so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys all later. Hey, do you have Discord? If so, you should definitely join the official Rebirth Discord. The link to it is down in the description. As of right now, we have nearly 2,000 members who are constantly looking for people to play with in the Pixel Gun 3D community. When you join, you can have easy communication with me and everyone else, and it's definitely a really good place to socialize. You know, there's always people who are looking for people to play with, there's always a bunch of good vibes going on, and yeah, this is definitely a good place for you if you have Discord, so what are you waiting for, man? Go join it.